So I am in a bit of a planner crisis right now for two reasons. One of them is sort of dumb and petty, and the other is like actual structural planner stuff. So I'm going to talk about those things, and we are going to hack together a plan with me today. Hello, planner friends. I am Kay with the Driftless page, and I want to talk to you about my planner crisis. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is kind of just review my after the ink November plans because I did, you know, fill out some of these weeks. Um and this was going great. This was going fine. I loved being able to modify my weekly layouts and kind of use those very faint guidelines up here to divide the page in as many different ways as I needed to on any given week. And then this week happened. Okay. Well, okay, first thing. I'm already scattered, but that's just gonna be me today. Um I drove like 4 hours already today and my brain is just mush. But okay, so the first thing, the petty reason that I am having a planner crisis is these stinking rings. This is the first ring bound planner I have ever used. I have used disc bound in the past as mostly as notebooks, but the big size, like the Happy Planner Big, and then the Tool disc bound planners in US letter size paper. I've used both of those with no problem. But that is because in a full size sheet of paper, you have room to write on the left page without destroying your wrist on either the discs or these rings. In this small A5 size, the rings are driving me up a wall. So I have been getting so irritated by this that it's like destroying my excitement, I guess, about using the planner itself, which is like, again, it feels like such a petty, silly reason to not like the planner, but it's driving me nuts. So that was like annoyance number one. And then I had some life changes happen too at the same time that I was like thinking about, oh, I don't know what I want to do with this planner. Do I just want to put up with the rings or move into a different system? And then I got a job, like a real, actual, you clock in and you have a schedule kind of job. And I haven't had to clock in anywhere in like a decade, so this was a very big change for me. It's a good change. I think it will be good for me, and so far the job is going very well. But I was desperate to get some kind of bird's eye view of my time in a way that the horizontal doesn't allow. And so I had, back at the very beginning of the year, I had ordered a hemlock and oak vertical planner and then didn't really wind up using it just because I don't care for vertical usually. But that really kind of saved me this, while I'm going through this kind of like schedule change. I don't think I'm going to continue to use the vertical long term. I am going to go back to horizontal, but during these first few weeks of working this job, I was just like so overwhelmed that I needed the like granularity of an hourly planner. So let me show you that. And yeah, like I said, this planner is mostly empty. I'll probably use it eventually, you know, if I have a week that just, you know, I need the extra info, I can just redate some of these pages, so it's not going to go to waste. But so I wound up planning this week in both planners, and this was super helpful. I moved out of this one and moved into this one. So, and then all of a sudden I didn't have to bother with the rings anymore. So this was nice on two different levels. So I'm gonna pop this out of the way. And then at the bottom of the hemlock and oak, it's just kind of flex space. So I wound up making 4 boxes here to replace the sections that I normally did in my driftless planner. So I think I'm going to continue using this vertical for December because my schedule is like all over the place in December. Like I do not have a consistent schedule at work yet. And it's just too much for my brain to handle right now. So I'm going to continue with the hourly vertical here in the hemlock and oak for December. As for 2026, I'm not sure yet. I had purchased the hemlock and oak horizontal like a month ago, probably, before I had this job, before I knew what was coming. And the hemlock and oak weeklies are very similar to my driftless planner weeklies, where there's horizontal days on the left and then just kind of blank open space on the right. I think once I get a handle on my work schedule and stuff like that, that I'll be able to go back to this style of planner. And so I think I might go ahead and use the hemlock and oak horizontal weekly. But the hemlock and oak does not have goal setting that I like at all. It has a very nice like beginning of the year goal setting, but then it does not do any quarterly pages. And I really function on a quarterly level. So I'm still debating what I want to do. I might print out my goal setting pages and then kind of put them into the hemlock and oak, or I might just continue using this as goal setting only, because then at least I could take the pages out and not have to write on the rings. I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about 2026. So I will talk more about that in the next video. But for now, what I'm going to do is set the driftless planner up here out of the way. And I am going to, I think I'm going to try to replicate the layout of the driftless planner monthly dashboard in the hemlock and oak. So in the monthly dashboard, I've got quarterly goals, monthly goals. I've got a cat beating down my door. I better let her in or she'll be a nightmare. Just a second. Okay, we're back. Cat is in the office. Hopefully she doesn't jump up here, but we'll see. So the dashboard on the driftless planner, I think I'm going to try to replicate this in the hemlock and oak, because this is kind of like the big thing that made me want to design my own planner in the first place, is that the goal setting in most of the kind of pre-built planners just does not work for me. So we're gonna try to make this work. So I'm gonna, I think, move over to a time lapse here for a second, and I have got some A5 sized Archer and Olive kind of perforated pages that you can tear out, and so I might use these to kind of block out some of these sections here that don't mean anything to me. Or I might just use a bunch of whiteout and washi tape. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna make it work. So, all right, catch you when I'm done. I just wound up covering the entire left side of the page because I don't like how it's laid out here. It's not pretty, but it does work better for me. So I did my time planning first and kind of got an idea of how much time I have available for my goals, although this number seems weird and I'm feeling like I am forgetting something, so I may have to revise that later. I left this space blank. Well, you can't see that at all. I left this space blank for notes or dates or something. I'm not sure yet. And then this page, I basically just replicated what's in the Driftless planner, where I copied down my quarterly goals again and then made some monthly kind of smaller broken down goals. Although I'm still trying to decide what I want for my writing goal. I completed my writing challenge to write 50 to 75,000 words, and I did finish book 2, the zero draft of book 2, and I've been putting some words into this other project that I had started last year, which had like, I don't know, like 20,000 words in it to start with. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep working on that other project, keep zero drafting it, or jump in and revise book 2, because I do have a beta reader and I would like to get it to them, but I also don't really have a good concept of how long this is going to take me. So I'm gonna think on that and think about, you know, kind of what my priorities should be. For my author goal, I am going to add some stuff here. I need to get more organized on this. I have not done a good job in November of working on these projects that are like caught in this goal. And then as far as my designs for printables and digital planners, I would like to get the Driftless planner posted and up on my website because it is done. I just need to make videos about, you know, how to use the pages. So I think I can put it online before I have the videos made though. You know, there's no reason that I should not have it available right away, even though I don't have all of the like supporting stuff done yet. So my goal is to post the, you know, the files so that they're available for purchase and write the sales copy and also graphics, you know, that kind of stuff, which is like my most hated thing to do, all the graphic design stuff. Which is funny because this is kind of graphic design in and of itself, but it's like it's structured and I like that. um, so I think December is done. Let's see, that's next week. I didn't do a review either. This whole thing is so weird right now. Like moving into a different planner after using this system for so long, it just feels so weird to me. But at least it doesn't hurt my wrist. So I guess, I don't know, pros and cons. So now that my December is at least partially planned out. Obviously, this could use some work. This is looking kind of sad and empty, but it is started and it will allow me to kind of move forward rather than feeling like I have no concept of what is happening in the next month. That's not a feeling I particularly like. This will give me a good start, and you know, if I really, really hate not having my goal setting pages here in this book, I'll figure it out. I'll think of something else to do. There is a note page section in the back of Hemlock and Oak. I personally really like my quarterly goal planning pages to be, you know, right before the quarter starts. I want my goal planning and then the, you know, the month and then the weeks. I hate having to flip back to the back to see my my goal planning stuff. So I don't know. For the time being, I might use these pages. I might copy over some stuff out of the Driftless planner, or I might just continue using this and have this be my goal book and this be my planning book. I'm not sure yet. So stay tuned. Thank you for hanging out with me while I work through a planner crisis, and what happens next is a mystery to me just as much as it is to you. So stay tuned and watch my watch my crisis unfold. All right. I hope that your planning is going well. I hope that you are excited for planners to come, and that you have maybe got your 2026 planner in hand, and that I hope that you're not having a crisis like I am. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.